It is 6:43 right now. A story you first saw on WMAR2 News is now getting national attention. Thousands of people had their cruise canceled after they booked it through one travel agency. The cruise line says it's a case of credit card fraud. WMAR2 News' Mallory Safaste has been digging into what happened and when people can expect to see refunds, because if it matters to you, it's a matter for Mallory.
This story affects hundreds of people in our area. They all saw the same deal circulating on Facebook: buy one, get one free cruises to the Mediterranean. Well, turns out it may have been too good to be true. Some good news, though: the cruise line has already begun refunding customers. The bad news: the cruises were all canceled, and some customers haven't been able to get answers on when they'll see refunds from the travel agency and what happens if they paid in cash. Like Robert Dorbit.
I paid for the trip in full back in May.
And Jennifer Schaefer.
Yeah, a lot of my family and friends, the whole church crew, everybody booked.
Karen Regan saw the incredible cruise deal online. She contacted the person who shared the post, who confirmed Diana Hopkins with Hopkins Travel Services is the real thing.
He said, yes, I got it from a group in Dundalk who somebody went to high school with her and has used her before. And then I started sending Facebook messages and things to friends, and I ended up with 57 cabins booked on this cruise.
120 of her closest friends, family, and Essex Yacht Club members were looking forward to the May 2021 7-day cruise to the Greek Isles.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I mean, people were celebrating anniversaries, 50th birthdays, you name it. Some people had never cruised before in my group. Some people hate to fly, and they were willing to fly to Venice for this trip, so it's very disappointing.
Disappointing because the cruise at that price point isn't happening, and neither are several others booked through Hopkins Travel Services. In cancellation messages, Norwegian Cruise Line wrote, "It appears that the travel agent you used for your booking, Hopkins Travel Services, has committed credit card fraud, did not pay for all or a portion of your cruise with your funds." Invoices sent to WMAR2 News show the discrepancies. The receipt from Hopkins to this customer states they paid $2,300 for the cruise package. When they received the cancellation invoice from Norwegian, it states their trip actually cost $7,000. And of the 12 payment cards used to book the reservation, only 3 belonged to the customer. And they were supposed to leave in less than 2 weeks. People in Karen's group have also spotted unusual cards and charges.
I have somebody in my group who her deposit, her full payment went to somebody who was cruising October 6th this year, not to hers.
Diana has posted in some of the cruise Facebook groups saying the cards were mixed up and refunds are taking some time.
I feel guilty. I got them involved in this, and I want to make sure everybody gets their money back.
Meanwhile, Karen's been keeping track of her group and everyone who paid in full.
That's 16 out of the 57 cabins, and only 6 have gotten their full refunds back.
We can confirm Norwegian is processing refunds, so if your card was charged by NCL, give it some time. We haven't been able to confirm if refunds have come through for people directly charged by Hopkins Travel Services or those who did a bank-to-bank transfer. As for how this happened, Norwegian would only say federal authorities are investigating and wouldn't comment further. And we've tried contacting Diana multiple times but haven't heard back. We've also learned other cruise lines have been impacted. You can check out the statements from NCL, Royal Caribbean, and the contact information for the FBI Tampa field office on our website. One more thing we want to make you aware about: it does appear Hopkins Travel Services is still marketing cruises online.
Okay, solid reporting there from Mallory Safaste, and you can see her original report on WMAR2news.com/Matter from Mallory. A lot of local people impacted by that story. If you have a matter from Mallory, she'd love to hear from you. You can email her at Mallory@WMAR.com.